So I have viewers in the comment section asking about the Taylor Fritz backhand and specifically the finish that he uses. Maybe you've noticed that his finish looks a little different sometimes than a lot of players. So let's check it out and let's watch this point, by the way, this insane point from court level tennis. You got to make sure you subscribe to their channel. I put their link below. So let's watch this point. Let's watch his backhand and then we'll diagram it. Yeah, that absolutely was a tiring point. Even to watch, I was like, oh my gosh, that's got to be so exhausting. So Taylor on his backhand, and this is a good example of it, Taylor on his backhand doesn't always follow through conventionally over the shoulder. You watch Nadal, like most of the time he'll go to his back, and you watch, Sharapova, she would, smack her back with the follow through. Djokovic does the same thing. But Taylor oftentimes stops in what's called the left side of the letter V. Now, this is actually something that Djokovic does. In fact, here's Djokovic doing this exact finish. This is called the left side of the letter V. And this is if you're a righty. Obviously, if you're left-handed, it's going to be the right side of the letter V. But the racket is tilted to the left. And the reason is because that's where the racket is at contact, right? So the racket is to the left of their hand at contact, and then they just swing up and out. And Djokovic does the same thing. Racket stays to the left. And by the way, this is a cross-court shot that Djokovic hit. Now, Djokovic is going to drop the racket down to his back, which is typical, right? Players usually relax the racket. But oftentimes, it actually is in your best interest to extend out, and you can just stop here. What it really does is help focus swinging out towards your target. Now, if we look at two more here, now this one's interesting. Watch his finish. He actually goes out, and the racket kind of goes upside down a little bit. But here's a great example of this left side of the letter V. This is something that Jimmy Connors would do. He would actually swing out. It would look like he's handing his racket to the opponent, where you're keeping the racket to the contact side. So he's contacting on the left side of his hands, and he just keeps it there, and he extends out. This type of finish absolutely helps you hit through the ball more. You're not going to hit as much topspin. This is more, you're going to put some spin on the ball, a little bit of side spin as well, topspin and side spin, but you're really going to extend out, long hitting zone. You're going to hit the frame less. You're going to hit nice and deep and penetrate in the court. It's a really great way to hit backhands. Now, the way to practice this is to simply feel like after you hit the ball, you're handing your racket to your opponent. If you're right-handed, then the goal is you're actually going to keep the racket to the left side of your hands. Remember, this angle between the arm and the racket, that's the angle that was created prior to contact. Remember, the racket face has to be closed, and then you swing out through the ball. I'm going to show you me demonstrating this type of style, right? This backhand where you're basically reaching out after you hit. And I'm going to show you from the back and side views. I'm really pushing through after contact, and I'm making sure that after I hit the ball, I finish in front of contact. The amount of penetration into the court is ridiculous with this type of swing. Again, this is what Jimmy Connors would do. After he hit, he would extend out. It's a flatter hit. That one went long. And I extend out after I hit. My goal, ooh, that was a good one, is to finish in front of contact. That's the way I feel
right now. Now the setting on the slinger bag is pretty low. I didn't do that on purpose, but you absolutely do not have to do this on a low ball. You can do this on a high ball as well. Oh, that just hit the tape. That felt good. That's a good one. This is a great way to return serve. The extension out. Man. Oh, that buried into the net. There we go. Now, if you're excited to use this backhand finish, this Taylor Fritz backhand finish against new people in your local area, then use my link in the description, playyourcourt.com/2minutetennis, to find people to compete against, practice with, and even find a coach who can help you learn this exact technique. Learn to swing out towards your target. Feel like you're finishing in front of contact as a way to really penetrate through the court, hit deep, and hurt your opponent. And there's no doubt you're going to gain confidence, win more matches, and play much better tennis. This is Ryan Reedy from 2minutetennis.net. You got this.